Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we got something different. Activists push to make Warhammer 40k woke like D&D. And bro, oh my god, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why everything needs to be inclusive. It's like, no, not everything needs to be inclusive, man. It's like, bro, it started with men's spaces. You need to include women, or it's sexist and discriminatory. Even though women didn't want to be in those men's spaces, it was only a handful of feminists complaining. Then you had, oh, gay. You have to have at least a gay person in every movie, at least one gay background character. It doesn't matter if they flash on for like a second, you gotta at least have one. Then minorities, then fucking, then minorities in the background, then minorities in like better roles, and you had all this shit, and it's like, bro, now it's like you need to have you need to hit this demographic while hitting this demographic while hitting this. You need to hit like 50 different demographics just to push any product, so that way people don't like lose their shit. It's like, bro, why can't there just be products that are for, people? Why can't there just be products that are made for a specific subset of people? Why does everything need to be inclusive for everyone? It doesn't. It's like, bro, like it's the same thing with like Siege. Siege was literally R6 Siege was literally just tactical fucking shooter. Semi tactical, semi realistic shooter and whatnot, And then it just started going down the shit with the skins and the events and all this shit during Pride. And then you have like the unicorn event every year during Pride month now. And it's like, bro, what happened to this game? And then it's like, it's just like when Call of Duty brings on like unnecessary shit into their video game, like Nicki Minaj twerking and whatnot, into God knows what our Black Ops they're on now.
Warhammer 40k has a woke problem. We've been covering it for a while here on the channel, and of course, it really came to prominence last year with the revelation of the female Adeptus Custodes. We know that they
No such thing as female custodes.
were originally in the lore meant to be men only. There's been more changes that we discovered this week where they're removing men only from any Space Marine reference at this point. Of course, they've removed the Emperor Mankind and is now the Emperor of Humanity. They're really trying to soften things
So
and
dumb.
push an agenda at Games Workshop.
This is the issue. They'll see the word man and immediately think men. But man, it can also mean human. Just like in the Declaration of Independence, it says my fellow man. Not my fellow man as in my fellow men only, but my fellow man as in my fellow human beings. The Emperor of Mankind isn't the Emperor of men only. He's the Emperor of all of humanity. All of mankind. All of mankind includes every single type of human out there, regardless of gender. And it's like, they just have to go in and be like, no, you gotta change that because it says man, and man means men. It's like, no. Male means men, yes. Male means men, but man can also mean human. Hence why you see it a lot when you talk about like human rights. Like it's a man's right to XYZ. Not as in it's men's rights. It's a fucking human right, you know? It's a man's right to free speech. It's a human's right to free speech. But no, they hear man and they think, oh, they're talking about men only. What about women? It's like, women are included. Guess what? Women has the word men in it. Just like the word human. So guess what? You all fall under man. Woman. Human. Woman. Human. It's like, it's so dumb.
If you play Warhammer Fantasy or you follow over there, the Stormcast Eternals all have they, them pronouns. It gets way worse
gay
when you get into fantasy. But into the novelizations, we also uncovered that Mike Brooks is putting a bunch of pronoun stuff into the Black Library novels for Warhammer 40k as well. Now, this
I would immediately stop reading anything that came out past that point. Like the moment I heard, oh, this book is woke, or the moment I heard, oh, the new book that just came out for Warhammer has all these weird alphabet pronouns, I would immediately look up the book, mark the release date, and anything moving forward that releases after that release date, I would not buy. I would only buy stuff before that release date.
Is being coordinated and pushed by a bunch of influencers who actually get Games Workshop attention. These are the gatekeepers of the hobby who are being propped up by Games Workshop. They get exclusive early releases and
Bricky, Bricky 8. Sorry, I had something in my throat.
early looks from Games Workshop. They get exclusive information. They get featured in their White Dwarf magazine and the like because Games Workshop does want to promote this agenda. Now, this was going viral the past few days. Trans rights 40K. Oh, yes. Please clap. That's so funny. Oh, wow.
Bro, this is what I will never get. Why does everyone need their own rights? Why can't everyone just have the same rights? Why does there need to be men's rights, women's rights, and trans rights? Why can't it all just be, fall under, like I said, man's rights? MAN's rights. As in human rights. As in the rights all humans have when they, come to America, as an example. Or not come to America, but become an American citizen, human rights. Why can't it just be that to represent everyone? Why do we have to have all these different things? And I'll tell you why. It's because they want us divided. They want people divided because that's how they keep people distracted from the real issues. It's the same thing as why we have African American, Mexican American, and all these other type of Americans, even though they're used to describe just normal Americans. Like if you ask the people who go by these descriptions, and you ask them, oh well, what part of, let's say if they're like, oh, I'm Mexican American, and you're like, oh, what part of Mexico are you from? When did you immigrate here? And they're like, oh no, I was born in fucking Orlando, Florida. Then it's like, oh well, then you're not Mexican American, you're an American. You just happen to have Mexican heritage. That doesn't make you a Mexican American, you know? Although, unless you get into like the legalities of like the Mexican Constitution giving, any person born with like Mexican parents, no matter where they are, fucking Mexican citizenship or some shit like that. It's something along the lines, but you get the gist. It's like that's your heritage, but that's not what you are. Same thing with this. It's like you're all humans at the end of the day, are you not? So why do you need your own separate subset of rights? Why can't you just all have your own shared rights? Why do you need specific rights protecting you? That's my question, Because at the end of the day, realistically, you shouldn't have your own rights. You should have the same rights as everyone else. And for the most part, you do. There's only certain things that, people just ask you to fucking respect. And those things just make you crash out. And you say you're being attacked when people ask you to just simply be respectful and be an adult. You just behave like a child.
And all these weird woke influencers were posting this, but it actually gets worse than this, as there's been a coordinated effort over the last week to try to push Warhammer 40K in a certain direction because of what Dungeons and Dragons is doing in its wokeness, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about.
If he shows the fucking image, I'm gonna be like, bro, I know exactly what image he's talking about. I saw the image they released, and I was just like, this is the dumbest shit on the planet. And the only way it makes sense is if that is like a filter shot seeing through the eyes of the people because they're being manipulated by that fucking beholder that's behind them. That's the only logical conclusion I can come to as to why they would put that if they still want D&D to be like the original D&D that it was, instead of this woke shit. Is that, you know, the beholder's controlling them, and that's how they see everything, because, you know, the beholder is manipulating what they see and how they perceive things.
All things Warhammer 40k and sci-fi news. I am a science fiction writer myself, and I'm trying to demystify entertainment by creating my own books. This is my trilogy that I'm, of course, crowdfunding right now, called Valiant Frontiers. It's about the crew of the EAS Valiant as they explore the galaxy, try to protect humanity, and keep everybody safe. This is Captain Christopher Conley, a strong male lead, believe it or not. And yes, he is the captain who's in charge. He goes out and adventures. It's a ton of action.
So it's kind of like Star Trek mixed with a little bit of 40k. It looks more like Star Trek than anything from how he's describing it, with like 40k inspired aesthetics.
It's a lot of,
you know, like this looks like a Ford, like an Imperial ship. I don't know the names of them, but this looks like one of the 40k ships. This looks like the Imperial armor that the Astra Militarum wears. And whatnot, but obviously it's white, it's different. It has its own unique features here and there. I'm just saying it's inspired by it. I'm not saying it's like a copy. I'm not like claiming that. I'm just pointing out the clear inspirations and where he took inspiration from, which I like, you know. It's just like Space King, except this is a book and not an animation.
Each book in the series has its own science fiction concept that's unique to it.
Yo, that cover goes fucking hard. Oh, the safe place. Yo, this goes fucking hard, man. They look like alien Wendigos. The fucking things in the background.
Concept that's unique to it, and we're trying to just bring things back to the way they used to be. I really wanted this to be like read each book. It feels like,
what the fuck? Did he go back in time? The only thing I can conclude, because he's from the future, but there's a castle. Like a stone brick castle.
An episode of a new TV show and do different seasons of this as it goes along is my whole grand.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it is called Time Bomb, so yeah, no shit, Sherlock. He obviously went back in time. Why the fuck are you asking that dumbass question?
Vision on this. We're producing some of the highest quality hardcovers we've ever made, just beautiful stuff, and it's all here on Fund My Comic. These are novels, not comics, even though it's on Fund My Comic. But guys, check it out.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Below. Thank you so much for reading. I know a lot of the Black Library folk follow my books and read them, and I appreciate you guys for doing so. Ooh. So this is what we did and got into yesterday as I saw this going making the rounds. I've made posts about this topics before, but I will reiterate: if you are trans, gender fluid, etc., you will always be welcomed into my spaces, and I will never stop fighting for you until you have equal liberties. The Emperor protects. Oh, geez.
Oh, shit, I thought he was like making it. I was like, bro, that's the cringiest shit I've ever heard. Oh, okay. He's reading the tweet. I'm dumb. I thought he was like still like in like promo mode. I didn't think he was talking about the tweet. I was like, bro, is he like seriously saying all this shit just so they don't like come after him? No. He's reading this shit. Yeah, that's so. I was like, oh, this is so cringe. Ew.
Painful right here. Well, Emperor is a male gender name, by the way, but you can see just how these people act like there's like some war going on, and like folk who are.
Bro, this is like peak first world privileged problems that you like create for yourself. Not gonna lie, like goddamn. Like, you're so disassociated with reality and your problems are so minimalistic that this is what you have to, like, spend your time on. It's wild. It's pretty sad and pathetic, not gonna lie.
Transgender or whatever, like, are being kept out of game shops or something like that. It's not the case. I mean, if you go into most game shops at this point, I think normal people have been scared away by what you see there. And that's been the problem with a lot of these hobbies, Warhammer.
Bro, normal people have been getting scared away even before all this by the fucking gatekeeping nerds that are like, oh, you're doing XYZ wrong, and like just ruin the hobby because they figured out how to min-max painting a goddamn fucking figurine. And it's like, bro, you're annoying. Shut up. Go away.
40K. Battletech's also got much the same.
Or like if you start reading like if your like first introduction to 40K is fucking like the fall of Cadia. No, what's some obscure random fucking book? Okay, trying to think. I'm trying to think of a random book in 40K, not like anything related to Horus Heresy, because those are all popular as shit. It's like if your first book was like fucking the second Mephiston book released, and then you like were like, oh shit, this is like a really cool setting. I really enjoy this. I want to look at the other books. Then you ask like some Warhammer gatekeeping nerd what books you should read, and then they give you a list and they tell you you have to read it in this order, or else you're not a true fan. And you're just like, bro, I just wanted to read the books and whatnot. You're making this sound like it's some blood cult. And then they get scared away. So yeah, that's like been happening before the crazies showed up. The liberal crazies.
Problem going on with it. The influencers that the companies actually promote are all about this, and then they try to attack any of the normal people. You know how Games Workshop is with their lawsuits that they try to float around out there. They even went after Arch. They've gone after me. They've gone after others over and over and over again because they don't want us in the hobby. They've made it very, very clear.
That's sad and pathetic, not gonna lie, that you're a company and you waste your money doing these frivolous lawsuits instead of actually ensuring that your product is top quality, you know? Like, holy shit, dude. Talk about focusing on the small things.
And that's why a lot of us are turning to 3D printing and just doing other things now, because this is...
Yeah, it's like at this point, why even buy figurines? Like, okay, it's like, okay, you get into, let's say you get into the Blood Angels and you're buying Blood Angels figurines, but then it's like, and you're like, oh shit, I can't wait for the next Blood Angels fucking little mini figurine expansion. It's gonna be lit. And then Gamers Workshop is like, yeah, we're discontinuing the figurine for the captain. We're replacing it instead with this one. We're no longer going to be making a chaplain figurines at all whatsoever. And yeah, we're also no longer going to be making, you know, a sanguinary guard figurines. But here's you know, generic Blood Angel. Nothing special about them. They look like every other Blood Angel. And you're just like, what? They discontinue your favorite figure and they're no longer going to make it, and you're just like, what? Come again? Why? So it's like, why not turn to 3D printing to continuously print your figurine? It'll probably be also cheaper in the long run. Shit, not even in just like for like going out and buying these expensive figurines, but also in like paint. Because like when you 3D print your own, usually when you buy the figurines, they're what, gray? So you have to paint a coat of whatever it is. Like if they're like ultramarines, you paint the gray blue, whatever it is, ultramarine blue, as the first coating, the layer. So that way you can just do the details around the blue of the armor and whatnot. So instead of doing all that, you could literally just 3D print it blue. And you could just paint the details on later. I don't know if I'm pretty sure this is something people have already thought of, but I'm like, to me, I don't paint those shits. I can't. I'm too broke to buy 40K figurines, so I just use my Audible credits on the books. So it's like, to me, I'm like, oh yeah, well, I mean, with 3D printing, you could print the plastic out of the base color and just print on the detail and then paint on the details without having to do all that extra shit, you know?
Been so bad. Now, this, as I said, was propagated, it went viral, it got pushed. He got a lot of pushback as well from the comments, as of course on X it went crazy.
You speak
but on Blue Sky,
heresy?
this was being posted as well, and
Of
people were
course it
going
was.
along with it. Now, there's a lot of influencers who are, again, propped up in this. The he, him, transsexual of the United States, the Air Force, blah, blah. Enjoy D&D path.
The jokes write themselves, man. Of course it's the chair force. You got nothing better to do sitting on your ass all day in an office. So you gotta create fucking problems. Bro, who would have? Oh no, the chair force has too much time on their hands. Who would have fucking thunk? Ah!
Under Dungeon Masters, and this all started coming to a head and being propagated again because of a D&D post, right? And the D&D post was one of a bunch of gay people in a what was that? In a village being gay with their gay monsters and the like. And it went.
Oh, so he's not going to show the image. Huh. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay, well, he's not going to show it. I can show it real quick. Let's see here. D&D image. Okay. I don't see it here. I'm going to type in D&D gay image and see if it pops up. If it does, that'd be fucking hilarious. No. It did! Ah! Fucking... Oh, that's so funny. Can I find the original? Shit, I want the original image, not this cutout header version. Uh, huh. Okay, well, it looks like I found a version of it. Wait, let's see here. Save. All right, let's see here. Cancel. This will make a change. Downloads. Okay, all right. Boom, it's this image. Shit, it's locked. So this is the image where it's like all gay and whatnot, as they claim, because it's like a gay couple and like there's like clearly gay tones everywhere and shit. The maracas, the pedals are like, you know, the trans fucking flag colors and whatnot. And this is what I mean when I say the beholder. It's like, because on the top, near the top right, or the top left corner, there's a little beholder with like eyes and whatnot. And the way, and what I said is like, the only way you can explain this is the beholder is controlling them all to see the world this way, and we are seeing through the eyes of one of these citizens that is under mind control. That is what I say. That is my canon to explain this atrocious image and why it exists for some reason in D&D. Like, bro, like it makes no sense given that D&D is a game about imagination, and it's already a game that allows you to have sex with anything and everything. So it's like, why do you need to force the inclusivity when it's already sort of been there by horny people who play the game, who want to fuck everything, so they stereotype the bard? It's like, bro, it never made sense to me whatsoever. But yeah.
Went viral around the world, and they were pushing that last week because they wanted to push National Coming Out Day. It was literally a grooming operation from Hasbro,
God.
and they were giving to trans charities.
Bro, that's disgusting. The fact that Hasbro, a children's toy company, is aiding in the grooming of kids. That's insane to me. Goddamn. Well, Who knows? Maybe that's why they haven't released the Epstein files. Hasbro CEO's name is on the list.
Like with their Pride collection. Yeah, I thought Pride Month was over, but I guess every month is Pride Month now. Now it's I didn't even know there was a national coming out day. It's sickening. Now this is what Kaya Nornqueen posted at the time. Nornqueen is.
But there's no. It's so funny because there's a National Women's Day, but I don't think there's a National Men's Day. There's like a national they'll start making like national lesbian, national gay, national bi, trans, queer, all this shit. Like keep giving them all their own days, but you'll never see like national straight pride. You'll never see like fucking whatchamacallit, anything to like focus on like being an American other than like 4th of July, Veterans Day, and Memorial Day, which are all federal holidays. So yeah, like we have to have those federally because they're already established at the federal level. But I can guarantee you, if they could get rid of those holidays, they would 100%. These insane lunatics would, and they would like replace them with like Memorial Day would be replaced with like Victims Day or some shit like that to celebrate all the oppressed trans people who killed themselves because they couldn't get the treatment they deserved. And then there'd be like fucking Survivor Day would be veterans would replace Veterans Day. And they'd be like it would be like to all the survivors out there who were able to escape their abusive a household or abusive relationships. Some stupid shit like that. And mind you, I don't understand that some are abusive for those reasons, but it's like they want to pretend like they're all abusive. It's like no, no, not all of them. No, only very few. No one really cares nowadays. Let's be honest. And it's just so goofy. It's like, bro, it's just dumb as fuck.
Another just clout goblin. She is one who has been just glomming onto the Warhammer community, just getting herself ingratiated everywhere. And this is one of those influencers that's getting in a lot of spaces. She actually became a moderator in the Trench Crusade Discord that had a big blow up earlier in the year because, of course, that game was pushing wokeness, and everybody was originally fleeing the Trench Crusade because they were getting annoyed with Warhammer 40k and didn't want to deal with the wokeness anymore. Of course, once they instilled those community managers and pushed that in there, everybody knew the writing was on the wall. After talking with Norn Queen Kaya because she didn't like my existence, she of course banned me from that Discord server and then blocked me. Proceed because
bro, these people are a fucking joke. Genuinely, I don't understand it. When will people learn that woke kills games? It doesn't actually save them or benefit them whatsoever. And even if it's like a game that's already with its own established like IP and all that stuff, like God of War, that won't stop games that come out with the God of War name from being criticized, like Ragnarok. That won't and it's the same thing with like Call of Duty as well. Like, just because it's Black Ops doesn't mean people are gonna look at it with the same rose-colored glasses as they did Black Ops 1 and 2. No, they're gonna keep criticizing every game past 3 because in their opinions, 3 is where Black Ops peaked, and after 3, it should have just died out and whatnot, and they should have gone with something else. But they're on their 8th, 9th fucking Black Ops now. It's like, bro, they literally started remaking and redoing Modern Warfare because they didn't want to start doing Modern Warfare 4, 5, 6 just like how Black Ops is doing. It's so dumb.
These people cannot, as much as they're like, my spaces are for everyone. Yeah, they mean everyone but normal people. And they're so scared of normal people and interacting.
You know what other community is like how he is describing? The Dead by Daylight community. Everyone in that community is my space is a safe space. We have the safe space tag. You're safe here. But the moment you disagree with these individuals, guess what? You're no longer welcome in your safe space. You're banned. I was literally banned from 2 communities just because I voted for Trump. It was wild. I was like, bro, is this seriously why you're gonna ban me on your Twitch and on Discord? Just because I voted red and you voted blue? I thought your community was a safe space. I thought it was inclusive for everyone. Like, then I guess it's not. It's only a fucking an echo chamber at the end of the day. Another Dead by Daylight echo chamber. Who would have thunk?
With normal people, that they have to demonstrate that they're going to block everybody and push you out of the spaces. And that's exactly what went on with the Trench Crusade Discord. Not just me, but a lot of others got just nuked from that Discord. And of course, that game's going to suffer as a big result. So she posted this right after the D&D controversy. She said, while Warhammer still has a long way to go, it's heartwarming to see Games Workshop only being a few steps behind Wizards of the Coast. Soon we'll be accepting as D&D is now. So this is the agenda. This is what the influencers are pushing. They are definitely trying to turn Warhammer into this D&D feminized, gayized situation rather than being a grimdark battle of space orcs versus humans.
It's really telling who you truly stand with when the image you choose to post to represent unity is all the factions that quite literally want to destroy humanity. You got the orcs down here. You want to kill humanity. You got the Necrons that want to destroy all life on in the universe. You got the Tyranids that want to devour all life in the universe. And you have 2 Chaos Legions here. The Alpha Legion, which is espionage for chaos. And then you have the Black Legion, which uses chaos as a tool, or tries to use chaos as a tool, and doesn't try to succumb to any one of the princes. With Abaddon the Spoiler. But not a single Imperium of Man. Very interesting. Then again, they also don't have any Eldari or fucking, the other one. I banked on their names. But yeah, the other Xenos species.
Which is really what it is. It's very and just lots of chaos and destruction. Not anymore, guys. Now we're gonna have orcs that are happy. We're gonna have Tyranid transgender weddings. It's gonna be really sweet. I don't know. It's ridiculous. But I mean, they've already turned the Eldar into they thems, but that's another story.
Oh God!
This is what they're trying to push, like I said, and this is where they're going. And this is the influencers that they're propping up. And like I said, they're propping it up. I just got huge news about Warhammer 40K. She just dropped this today.
Huge woke news.
News right here. She says, this is the one thing apparently I'm not allowed to tweet because my husband draws the line at me trying to manipulate their stock for profit. Now, I guess that's a tacit admission that woke stuff's going to drop it, and then she can buy the cheap stock or something like that. The next Primarch who returns is coming as a black female confirmed. Oh, boy.
Insert the South Park fucking clip of like Eric Cartman being Kathleen Kennedy. Make it a black female and make her gay. Make it a lesbian black female.
I could see all this go. All the Space Marines are now non-binary. Sisters of Battle bikini box set. I don't think that's what she's going for with this, my friend.
Yeah.
Female Primarch and Marines incoming. Yeah, I could see this happening for real. Female orcs.
So bad.
Also male orcs super confirmed. Oh boy. Here we go.
Oh, right. Yeah, because orcs technically are genderless because they reproduce asexually because they're plants, not actual. They're more plant based than they are, anything else based. They're like fungi.
And so these are the speculations that they're coming out with, but that's it. There's going to be some more wokeness dropping very, very.
They do some like fucking reincarnated as a slime shit where Kazalim is brought back as a woman, but instead of Kazalim, it's gonna be Sanguinius brought back as a big tittied, blonde, blue-eyed bad bitch. Fucking What's her face? Sydney Sweeney.
Shortly, it's going to be ugly for Warhammer 40k. The next clout goblin with this that we have to, of
Oh
course,
God.
sure like gets their due here is Cerberus XT. This is somebody who gets propped up by Games Workshop as well. They are pushing this. These are the influences they want to influence.
This is sad and disgusting as shit, not gonna lie.
The game that they want out there into everything. Still working on my Trans Pride series where I paint one mini from each Warhammer 40k AOS faction in Trans Pride colors. Today, the Seraphons with the skink Astro Priest. Yay. That mini was a real joy to paint. I really need to paint more Seraphons. I hope you like it. Very, very ridiculous right here. And painful. But this is who
I can't say what I wanted to say on the internet because the internet's sensitive now. Ah, it's so annoying, man. This is so gay, dude. Why? Why? This is the thing. It's like, why do you need to insert yourself into already established IPs? Don't you have your own IPs that were created specifically for you to go and, interact with? Why aren't you interacting with any of that? Like that's my question. Why do you have to force all this stuff into other IPs that never had it? Why do you have to force all this inclusivity pride bullshit into Warhammer 40k where it's not needed? You know? Why does fucking, you know, the next MOBA need to be, or not the next MOBA, but the next hero shooter that comes out to compete with Marvel Rivals and Apex, not Apex, and Overwatch? Why do both of those? Why can't it be like a grim dark, male, stereotypical grim dark male fantasy setting? You know, when the IPs already exist for you. It's because you don't want to go to those IPs for some reason. You claim you want your own, spaces, but at the end of the day, when we create those spaces for you, you say it's not good enough, and then you just abandon it and let it die. Just look at Concord. Concord was literally a game made for these people, and they let it die within a week. They didn't even buy it or support it. It's so sad and pathetic.
Warhammer 40k wants in their hobby, these people, not you. So I don't know if you're still involved in it. I don't know if you're still paying attention to this stuff. But again, they are pushing this. They're giving these people information behind the scenes. They're helping them build their clout within, of course, the hobby space so that they can manipulate it and so that they can push their woke agenda without any pushback. That's what's coming very, very soon. And they're going to block you, ban you every step of the way just to make this happen. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. And also check out my Valiant Frontiers if you want an alternative science fiction. This is a great way to go. It's a wonderful book series. You're going to enjoy this. Thank you guys for backing.
But yeah, it's just so dumb. Bro, this bow shit's fucking hilarious, dude. It's like, bro, honestly, there's so many videos coming out about it and whatnot, and it's like, yeah, I could react to it, but at the end of the day, it's like, she's gonna have her own opinion, and even if she attacks her own fan base, it won't matter because people will still support her and buy her shit. It's not like this isn't gonna be some like Bao is the next Cinder type shit. It's not. Honestly, she'll, if anything, she probably takes like a 1 week break, comes back, and then everything is forgiven and forgotten. But she could have worked on her wording, but honestly, the way she's been reacting really feels like she intentionally worded it that way just to be a piece of shit. So yeah, that's sort of my 2 cents on the whole Bao shit at the end of this video. But on the whole Warhammer stuff, I think it's dumb to try to include stuff into Warhammer that's not needed. I think it's ridiculous that you have to include this stuff. But if you were to tell these people that they have to include, a straight white traditional couple in their LGBT plus setting, they would immediately lose their shit and riot and say that they're not going to do it and complain that you're attacking them, which is quite hypocritical. But what do you expect from hypocrites? That's my final 2 cents. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz, and I'll catch y'all in the next one later.